fat people. Over 40% of America is obese, putting almost 1 of every 2 Americans at extreme risk of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and death.
So for the next 24 hours, I'm going to try to eat like an average American person. A few years back, I used to think that's how people usually eat. But since I've got into fitness, I've learned what calories, cardio, and healthy eating means. On average, an adult American consumes around 3,500 calories per day while burning between 1,800 to 2,500 calories. This creates a caloric surplus of approximately 1,000 to 1,700 calories daily. And this surplus simply contributes to weight gain over time. So it's an early Sunday morning today, and I am not a big coffee drinker, but apparently 160 million people in America do. So first up was going to be Starbucks, an international coffee house chain with locations in more than 80 countries worldwide. They have become a symbol of global coffee culture. Over 38 million Americans have visited to Starbucks within the last 30 days, while most of them drink their coffee with sugar and cream, making those beverages massive calorie bombs.
Morgen. Was würde ihr sagen, was hat da am meisten Kalorien? Was gibt es? Frappuccinos. Das ist nicht so eins.
So I've got myself a Frappuccino with caramel on top. I'll say it's about 500 calories already. It cost me 8 francs, so very expensive to buy. Coffee at Starbucks here. So just gonna finish this bad boy off here and then go to the grocery store to buy some breakfast. On an average day, Americans typically enjoy breakfast consisting of bacon, pancakes, French toast, and cereal. They often add sugary toppings like maple syrup, honey, and chocolate to enhance the flavors. Popular cereal choices include Reese Puffs, Cheerios, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Fruit Loops. So my selection for today is not big, but I'm going for these ones. 26 grams of sugar per 100 grams, so crazy. According to the World Health Organization, the ideal sugar consumption should be no more than 25 grams or no more than 6 teaspoons. As for snacks, Americans indulge in a variety of candies ranging from M&M's to Snickers, along with different types of chips. Among the most famous chips, the Lay's Classical stands out as their favorite choice. Unfortunately, we don't have Lay's chips here, so I'm going for these ones instead. I'm getting pretty hungry now, so let's get back and get breakfast. With this breakfast and this orange juice and the Frappuccino I had for breakfast, I will be at 1,000 calories already. Left a bit orange juice. It was alright, but I don't know, stuff like that doesn't really fill me up, so I'm getting quite easily hungry again. I mean, it never did, that's why I've eaten way too much and was overweight. And I think that's the problem, because you get quite easily hungry again, and the biggest problem is that it doesn't really fill you up because the proteins are missing, which will satisfy your hunger level much better than carbohydrates. I'm gonna get some rest now, do some work, and I'll guess lunchtime is pretty soon. Lunchtime. McDonald's. 9 in 10 Americans eat its food at least once a year at McDonald's. Amazingly, 68 million people in America eat McDonald's every day. Generally speaking, nearly 40% of Americans consume fast food every day. McDonald's is the largest fast food chain in the US with a revenue of $23 billion and a market share of 44%. So I got myself a Big Mac and some fries, and of course Coke large, so 1,000 calories for that meal. So it took me about 10 minutes to eat this whole meal. You know what the big problem is? These sodas are the killer.
Do you drink water during the day? No water at all? Okay, all right. And then what are you drinking during the day? Sodas.
Nearly 1 out of every 5 person reports having at least 1 soda daily. Sugar consumption and calories just adding up within seconds.
pretty exhausted from eating so much junk food. I need a rest now.
A few moments later.
In order to put this meal into perspective, I'm trying to burn as many calories as possible. Comment down below how much I can reach. 2.5 minutes in, burned 25 calories. In order to put this into perspective, I don't know if you can see this, but 480 calories. So that's the chips packet I was going to eat. I just burned only that amount, so still a long way to go. Time to play some football now.
I can't find my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
So, 1 hour 50 working out and 1,000 calories burned, so still 200 left, but I'm done for today.
So you saw it. It took me nearly 2 hours, if we round that up, to burn those calories I have eaten within 10 minutes. Unfortunately, my brother already ate half of the package, so half of the chips left. But you know, some interesting facts. The average American walks 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day, which is roughly 1.5 to 2 miles. Most people have desk-sitting jobs, including me, but the problem is that most of the leisure activities of people are also sitting activities like watching TV, Netflix, or playing video games. Now, your goal should be to walk at least 10,000 steps per day. During winter times, it's a bit harder to get those 10,000 steps, but in summer times, it's easy to get like 15,000 steps. I mean, I would recommend you to buy a Fitbit, for example, and count your steps. So. Man, these are so addictive. It's unbelievable.
So, it's time for dinner now. Change of plans. I'm not getting a pizza from Domino's because we actually don't have one nearby. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to show you a big meal, which is only half of the calories and something that actually fills me up. But even here, you need to be mindful of how much dressing you use for your salad. And this meal is approximately 900 calories, probably a bit less if I include the bread as well. So what is the goal of this video? For people who are lifting weights and understanding how calories work, it's normal to know how everything works. But trust me, there are a lot of people who don't know it, including my old me. I used to eat like that. 3 to 4 packages of chips weekly, drinking soda and eating fast food all the time. But I changed for the good. I started to understand what healthy eating means. I still enjoy junk food and my diet isn't perfect yet. But I keep my bad habits in moderation and under control. So be nice to this world and educate your friends. It doesn't matter if you are in America or, I don't know, anywhere in this world. It's an awareness video for everyone in this world. Be nice to this world and educate the people around you.